Hello students, welcome back to the English vlog. In the previous video I have explained you the poem The Road Not Taken. Here in this video I am going to discuss the answers to these questions so that you can easily note it down in your notebook on your own. First question, where does the traveler find himself? What problem does he face? So from the poem we have come to know that the traveler finds himself in a yellow wood on a road which is getting diverged into two different directions. Now, what is the problem that he faces? The problem that he faces is that being one traveler, he cannot walk on both the roads. So, he has to decide on one road on which he'll continue his journey. So, the problem is that he has to make a decision that out of the two roads available in front of him, which he should take to continue with his journey. Moving further, next question, discuss what these phrases mean to you. First, a yellow wood. As I've explained during the poem itself, here the phrase a yellow wood represents the forest with yellow leaves all around. It means it is depicting autumn season whereby the leaves of the trees have turned yellow in color. It also represents, if we correlate it with life, it also represents the later stages of a person's life. Just like a human being is not always going to be young. As we are mortal, after a period of time, we are going to get old. In the later stages of our time, we are going to turn around pale, just like the leaves are turning yellow during autumn season. So when we will get old, we are also going to turn pale. So at that time we are going to reflect back on the decisions that we have made in the past. Further, second, it was grassy and wanted wear. This phrase is referring to the another road that the poet has chosen in this particular poem. And why he has chosen that? Because he thought that it was grassy. Grassy means the road was full of grass. And wanted wear means it was unused. So the road was demanding to be used by people. So that is why poet chooses that second road, because he thinks that it was full of grass, nobody had walked through that road, and the road also wanted somebody to walk through it. Third, the passing there. Here the phrase passing there refers to the passing of a person through that road. Here the passing there means once the poet decided that he will walk on the second road, he walks through it. Means he covers a particular distance on that road. So this phrase means that passing through that road. Next, fourth, leaves no step had trodden black. Here it means that on the road, leaves were still green in color. They had not turned into black color, which represents that not many people have walked through that road. That is why the leaves are still green in color and they have not turned into black. Further, fifth, how way leads on to way. This particular phrase means that when we choose a particular option or an alternative and we start walking on that path, then that particular path leads from one way to another. There is no turning back or looking back. Once you start walking on a path, then further after you cover a certain distance, again options will be there. Again you will choose one and again you will move forward with it. So there is no turning back. Once you take a decision, you have to move forward, and that particular road leads from one particular path to another. Next question number 3. Is there any difference between the two roads as the poet describes them in stanzas 2 and 3? Now in stanzas 2 and 3, the only difference that the poet mentions between the two roads is that It is his opinion. He thinks that the second road is better for him. It is a better claim for him because he has given reasons also. Because he thought that the second road was full of grass, it was unused, not many people have walked through, and that is why he wanted to walk through it. But in reality, once he start walking on that road, he comes to know that there is not much difference between both the roads. Both roads are equally same. Both are equally used and equally worn out by the people. Clear? Next. Is there any difference between the two roads as the poet describes them in the last two lines of the poem? So what were the last two lines of the poem? He said that very proudly he will say that he chose the less traveled one, and that has made all the difference in his life. So obviously this line shows that he does not regret his decision. Whatever road he chose, he very confidently walked through it, overcome all the challenges that he must have faced on that road, and he was proud enough to let the people know in his future that he had chosen the road that not many people had walked on. And so because of that, his life has been shaped the way it had now. Question 4. What do you think the last two lines of the poem mean? Looking back, does the poet regret his choice or accept it? Here again the same answer will come. The last two lines of the poem shows that only that he does not regret his choice. He has accepted. Once we make a decision, we have to accept it and we have to start moving on with it. Regretting is not going to take back to the time where we can choose the other option. So here poet does not regret his decision, his choice. He accepts the fact that he has chosen the second road. He walks through it confidently and tries to overcome all the challenges that the road throws on it in a positive and a determined way, due to which he was able to fulfill his journey through that second road. And because of that, all the difference has happened in his life. Whatever he had become in the future, it was all because the decisions he made, the way he followed his decisions and stick to it, and shaped his future in that way. Further, have you ever had to make a difficult choice, or do you think you will have difficult choices to make? How will you make the choice? For what reasons? Now this is an introspective question. I think you all must have gone through certain situations in your life, just like we have discussed in the poem, how the poet is going through the situation where he has to make difficult choices. So same I think must have happened with you people also. So this answer you will write it down in your own words, sharing your own experiences. Second, after you have made a choice, do you always think about what might have been, or do you accept the reality? Now this is also again about you people. If you have ever felt anything like this about the choices you have made in life, then you share your experiences, your feelings here in your answer and write down it on your own. So here the last two questions, you have to write it down on your own, and the further above ones I have already discussed. I hope that now you will be able to write down the answers to these questions on your own easily.